Leonardo AI tutorial. Hello guys and welcome back to today's video. In today's video, we will be showcasing and showing you all the different features of this AI image generator called Leonardo AI. Leonardo AI is an amazing image generator with a lot of amazing features that you would not expect from a free AI generator. That's right. You heard me right. It is a free AI generator. Of course, there are some plans that you could take. Having plans will give you a lot of advantages and a lot more generations, but you will still be able to utilize and take advantage of most of Leonardo's most powerful features and be able to produce amazing results. And so that will be our focus for today's video. We will be focusing on each different features available in Leonardo AI. They're not simply just an image generator. They have a lot of priorities and a lot of capabilities. And that is what we would like to explore in today's video as well. Also, at the end of this video, I would show you guys the different plans so that you could have an idea on how much you need to spend if you want to invest in Leonardo AI and use a lot of its features without any limitations. And so let's get started. The first thing you're going to need to do, of course, is visit their platform website. And it's going to have the URL leonardo.ai, same with their name. This is the landing page that you're going to see. It's basically the homepage where you could get started with using Leonardo AI. You could read the different informations present in this page if you want, but if you want to get started right away, either click Launch Up over here on the top right, or click on Create an Account. If you already have an account, clicking on Launch Up over here will automatically redirect you to their dashboard where you can start generating images. But if you don't have an account yet, simply click on Create an Account. Creating an account in Leonardo is very quick and simple, just like with any other website. You could sign up with Apple, Google, Microsoft, or your own personal email, which you could just put into this sections over here and click on Sign In or Sign Up over here. Also, did you know they also have a mobile version available on iOS? So if you want to check that out after watching this video, feel free to do so. Okay, so here we go. I have successfully logged into our Leonardo AI account, and this is their homepage over here. Before we get started with using all of the different tools, let's give you a quick tour of Leonardo so that you won't get confused once you're at this point of your experience when exploring or using Leonardo AI. So what we're seeing right now is the homepage. This is basically where you will be able to see all the random generations of the community. As you can see here, there's our recent creations that are trending. How are they trending? It's because of the quality of the generated output and how people appreciate this generated output. So the photos that you're seeing right now are the top community picks and the best generations as of the recent pictures. As you can see, there's all sorts of generations from realistic wave shots over here to cartoonish drawings just like this one to arts like this one, as you can see. You might think that these photos are taken with a real camera or an illustrator made them for a long time, or even models or people who model 3D animations or 3D models, as you can see, would make this stuff over here. But no, an AI alone generated all of these things with complex prompts and settings and a combination of all the different powerful features of Leonardo. Now, I will give you a tip later on in the video on how you could also take advantage of the community feed. But anyway, you could check out other things over here and modify the filters and modify the way you want to see the recent creations. If you want to focus on photography, you could select photography over here, and it will filter out all the image and only show photography related images over here if you're interested in seeing those photos or generation. There's all sorts of categories over here, so feel free to explore them. And you could also check out the top of the top. So basically the top generation overall. So these are the best or the top creations. And as you can see here, it all varies in style and ideas. This one especially looks really cool. A mixture of a girl and a jellyfish, which is creating a really amazing effect. Anyway, aside from that, you could look over here on the left side. These are the different tools. As you can notice, you could already identify that these are the AI tools, and these are the same tools that are being mentioned over here on the top. These are the different powerful features that I was talking about. The first feature of Leonardo is the image generation. Just like any other image generator out there, of course, there must be an image generator, and this is Leonardo's version. There's more than it meets the eye, and we will show you that later on. It can be both simple and easy, and confusing and difficult. Well, not confusing and difficult, but rather more complex. And being more complex, you will be able to generate more accurate designs or more accurate generations, and it is more closer to the prompt that you are trying to create. There's also this real-time canvas, which basically you are able to draw and move around different elements of your drawing, and it will generate that image in real time, as you can see here on the preview video that we are seeing as we are hovering over this feature. The next one is Canvas Editor, which will basically allow you to edit entire pictures and add different elements, add modifications, and all of those things with an already existing image. Of course, you could also generate inside this one, and we will show you the difference between the Canvas Editor and the image generation. Now we're going to show you the unique features right now. One of the unique features of Leonardo is called motion, which basically will turn a still image that either you or the community has generated, and it will turn it into a motion picture, or a picture, or even you could call it a video that actually moves with the character that you have just generated. It is aware of its background and aware of what the main character is. You could use both your photos that you have just generated, freshly generated photos, and it will turn it into a motion or a generative video. Next one that we have over here is real-time generation. So what this will do is that whatever you're typing right now, when you're typing a prompt, it will do a real-time generation and show you the generations being done as you type, which is a really cool effect. And you can even record the process of it because it's really fun. And lastly, over here on the featured features, you have the universal upscaler, which will basically improve the quality and size of any image that you create or any image that you upload, of course. So that's the quick tour of the different AI tools. There's more advanced features over here, which is fine-tuned models, training and database, and texture generation. These things are topics I will tackle later on after we get past the image generation and all the other features as well. And later on, we would like to check out the different premium plans so that you would know how much you would need to pay and what you would get back from that price. Okay, so let's get started. The first feature that we will be exploring in today's video is, of course, the image generation. The most basic and the most minimal requirement for an AI to be called an image generator. Simply select this or even click on Create New Photo on the top right. As you can see here right off the bat, there's a lot of things on our screen. I'll focus on the center first. Over here in the center, this is basically where you're going to input your prompt. This is where you're going to ask the AI to generate an image that you want. I would suggest that you either follow a prompt template or be as descriptive as you can. Even though you don't put a descriptive prompt, Leonardo AI will still be able to generate amazing results without the need of long prompts because it has capabilities to generate amazing results, whether it's long or short. Of course, there's advantages with long prompts because you can be as descriptive as you want, and the image generated will be as close to the image that you are visualizing to generate. Aside from the prompt over here, there is such thing as fine-tuned model. What does this mean? As you can see, there's a lot of models over here. So I'm going to select the other models, and these are all the models over here. Basically, the models are trained AI. It is, or each set is trained on a specific set of image so that it could replicate and display the same quality. For example, this one over here, RPG5. This specific model over here is trained with RPG-like elements, RPG-like pictures. So if you select this and ask Leonardo to, let's say, generate an image of a cat running through the forest, the main theme of that image is going to be RPG. It will input RPG-like elements into that photo. And as you can see here, there are multiple types of models. And as you can see even here, one of their new high-speed generalist image, which is able to generate amazing photorealistic to patently style. So everything using Leonardo Lighting XL, you will be able to generate amazing results with any style that you want. Those are just few of the most amazing or the new models available right now in Leonardo. In my experience, one of the most fun models that I used was the 3D animation style because you were able to make cute 3D animated photos. So let me show you actually one of those examples if we can view them in the leaderboards or like the community feed and show you one of those examples of a 3D image. So scrolling through the recent creations over here, we should be able to find at least one or two that utilizes 3D effect or 3D generation. So scrolling down here, most of this are photorealistic, but this one, as you can see here, this picture over here has been generated with the 3D animation style. So you're going to get like an animation or a Disney level of design or model with that specific model. Now, aside from that, like I mentioned, this is our trained models. Now, if you can remember at the start of our video, we were talking about the advanced models over here. So this section over here basically allows you to train your very own model with your own very set of photos. And you will be able to create your own models such as like this one that you could use to generate with your image or to your image. And even the community shares their own models, as you can see here. People compile their own models and own photos and create unique designs of their own. Well, moving on from that, aside from that, there's also the Leonardo style or none over here. This is a different section. And you can even add some extra elements to your output if you want. These will add extra designs to your output. For example, if you want to add the element fiery flames, all of your output will generate that part over here. So all of these are like extra details or like extra additional bonus style that you could add to your output. So let's generate something very simple for now. Let's generate a person playing on their laptop while a cat is sitting on their lap. Very simple, right? Not too long, not too short, just the right amount of description. For the model, I guess we could go with the Lighting XL for now. And for the add elements, let's see. Let's try something like a very simple one. Maybe like a toon and anime over here. So we're going to click on confirm. Wait, let's do it again. Toon and anime. Click on confirm. Now, So what we're going to be expecting is a person playing on their laptop while a cat is sitting on their lap. And simply click on generate. Now you might notice there is this 12 token thing over here that is going to be mentioned to you when you're generating an image. Now what is that? Basically, you have a limited amount of tokens per day if you're a free user. And the maximum amount of generation token that you get per day is 150 tokens. Every time you generate an image, depending on the model and depending on the different settings over here on the left, it's going to get more expensive or more cheaper. So as a free user, if you wanted to use Leonardo AI a lot in a single day, I would suggest that you manage your token properly, because you might not notice you will run out of token without being able to generate all types of photos that you want to generate. So over here, as you can see, really great output right away. Of course, not all of them will be perfect like this one, although this one looks cool. A lot of them look really great, just like this one over here. Really great. And this one over here. So it's an amazing output right off the bat. You could add and use other types of elements if you want. So it depends on your preference. So for us, let's unselect that for now. And let's talk about this left side over here. On this left side, you have the different settings for your generation. You have number of images. We selected 4 over here. That's why it will generate 4 set of images. You could go up to 8 over here, but that only works with a certain type of settings or a certain set of settings. You could have photoreal over here, which will basically allow your image to be as realistic as possible. You can enable that by clicking this. But those are features that you need to have a plan for. We also have alchemy, which will allow you to generate powerful and quick new images with a very great back-end part where you don't need to add as much logic or as much prompt as you need. It will be able to generate and make up a very cool component or a very cool reaction with your prompts. You also have your prompt magic over here, which will improve your prompt generation, like increase the high contrast and make your prompt a priority out of anything else. Because sometimes, of course, AI has its own creative freedom. And if you don't set up this prompt magic over here, and if the prompt strength is low, AI will be able to have a lot of freedom to generate freestyle images or add elements that you never specified. That can be both good and bad at the same time. Good because it will be able to innovate and give you an idea on great outputs and be able to unexpectedly generate amazing outputs without or outside the prompt. But the downside is that it will generate images that you did not specify. So you could either try it out, but keep in mind, you only have 150 tokens over here. And the other parts over here, you could increase or change your image dimension. If you have a preference image dimension that you want to generate, you can change all of that over here. Now, aside from that, there's also something called image guidance, where basically you could upload an image and use that as a reference for your generation. So for example, let's use this one over here. Click on confirm, and you can simply click on generate again. And basically, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It will use this image over here that you have uploaded as a reference for your generation. It might either get the image of the person, copy the posture, copy the clothing, any of those stuff. It's a bit free for all unless you increase the strength over here. And let's see the output generated. The output time or the generation time takes a while, or the generation takes different timing, because the more complicated your settings, the more complicated your models, the more complicated your prompt is, the longer the image is going to take to generate. But as you can see, we have our 4 sets over here again. The image are a bit funky, but the best one was the first one over here with an actual cat present in the photo. And it's also, as you can see, close with our image prompt over here with the beard and a long hair. Now, moving on from the AI image generator or generation, there's a lot more features or there's a lot more combination that you could perform with the image generation. But I've taught you the basics, and I would expect that you guys could be able to now explore the image generator more on your own. And let's go and move on to the real-time canvas. Canvas, like I explained earlier, basically generates an output based on whatever you are drawing. An example that I have over here is Earth, and I drew this very simple image over here. Now let's start from scratch. I'm going to delete all of this. By the way, over here on the left side, you could increase the brush size and you can do the erasing over here. And as you can notice, by the way, the moment I stopped erasing, it changed our output over here. So let's erase all of this and start from scratch. So over here, we have the different tools. We have select. Basically, you could select a selection over here or a certain part. There's generate over here, where you could generate an image once again inside of this as well. Or you could even add an image. Or you could use the brush over here, which will of course allow you to draw something. Now, the output over here will depend on your prompt. Now, currently my prompt is Earth, so this is what it's showing. So if we change our prompt to water, that will change accordingly. If we change it to cat, as you can see, it will change accordingly. So you could be as creative as possible if you want. So let's say a very simple one, waves. And let's improve our photo over here. Let's erase this. And let's paint something very simple. Like this. There we go. And then we could add something different. We could change the color over here by simply dragging it over here. The color sometimes doesn't matter, but sometimes it does. So just explore and check on the effect that you will get. There we go. As you can see, it changed it. And let's actually make the background blue over here. So hopefully it will recognize this as the sky. Here we go. Let's see if it will be able to recognize. In a way, it recognizes it as a bigger wave. Now, it's a very huge wave that we have over here. And we could click on generate over here. So let's say fish or shark. There we go. I'm not sure if it will recognize it, but it's still trying to make it work with this. So I guess shark with waves or waves with shark. There we go. We can delete this for now. So it's a very free-for-all and it might be funky sometimes, but it's still able to generate really cool effects, as you can see. So let's try it one more time. Select certain parts of it. There we go. Or we could just change this entire thing to just say shark. Okay, well, it's not going to be perfect, as you can see. It will try to fill out the sections that you have drawn. So depending on the shape of your thing, it will change it accordingly. So now let's change it into a dog. As you can see, it will change accordingly. If you want to modify specific parts of your design, you could use in painting as well for that. Now, right now, this is in interactive mode. So the mode will change whenever you update or whenever you complete an action. And over here, we have the real-time mode. The real-time mode is the one that we saw earlier at the homepage, where whenever you're typing or whatever you're typing, it should automatically update, as you can see here. Real-time mode updates the image in real time and it's much more responsive. That is the feature that we have over here. But that is for premium version or premium users, so that is not something we will be able to use and play around with in today's video. But anyway, moving on from the real-time canvas, let's move on and check out the other features. We have the real-time or the motion over here. So we could either follow this sequence over here or we could go with this one, but I think I'll go with this one. So let's view our canvas editor this time. The canvas editor is very similar to the normal image generation. As you can see, I am still able to use the model. I have canvas mode, the in painting and out painting, where you could modify specific sections of the image. And you have your typical number of images generation, the image dimension, and all of those things that you saw earlier. Now, what makes this difference, or what makes this different from the normal image generator? So basically, let's ask a prompt over here. A cat sleeping on a rainbow bed. Click on generate. Similarly with our image generation, it will generate just whatever prompt we have asked it to perform or generate. We're going to give it some time. And it will generate 4 images. So right now, they're not loading just yet. So we're going to give it a bit. But I think it mistook our generated over here. So we did not generate the one that we want. This canvas editor is not going to be perfect. It's less developed than, of course, the AI image generation. So let's actually try again. Let's erase this if we can. There we go. And let's generate again. The output that we want is a cat sleeping on a rainbow, and the model that we are using is the Lightning XL. As you can notice also, I'm trying to manage my tokens as we make our video. So let's see the output that we are generating. It still did not generate the one that we want, so I guess we could generate something else over here. So let's say a dog walking on grass. You can click on settings over here. There's such thing as a negative prompt, by the way. And the meaning of negative prompt is that whatever prompt that you enter over here, let's say a cat, the AI will avoid generating a cat into your images. So if you put a cat here, there's a low chance for your image to contain a cat in the photo. So while waiting for this, similarly with the other features, there is some tools over here from select, mask, erase, sketch, text, upload image, or delete over here. Now, I guess the image generator for Canvas right now is not working. But while I guess we could still explain how it is work and you guys could try it out and hopefully it will work for you guys. And so this box over here that I'm dragging around is basically the generation area. The supposed purpose or the supposed cool thing about this Canvas generator or Canvas mode is that you will be able to generate an image just like this one, and then you will be able to generate a connective image over here where it will expand the image to a bigger version. So if you had, or if the generation of our image was supposedly successful, we would have been able to generate a dog on this section, and then we could extend it over here where you could see the full path of where the dog had been. So you will be able to connect and have an expansive version of the image that you had. But I guess today is not the day for our canvas mode because we were not able, or it's not working properly with our generator for today. And so let's move on to the next section. We have motion over here. Motion is one of the coolest feature of Leonardo that I personally enjoy using. And using it is not the way you use the other options, but as you can see here, all you need to do is to upload a source image that will be generated. And you could either select from your own generation over here, or you could choose from the community feed, which is basically the thing that we saw earlier at the home page, or you could even use the follower feed over here. The choice is yours on which one you would use. So I guess let's try it out for ourselves. Let's select one that we like the most. Maybe we could go with this one over here. A very funny photo of the cat. Click on generate. And as you can see, view your video generation status in your AI generation page or in the personal feed when completed. Simply click on view generation. Click on close. And as you can see, it's being generated right now. Keep in mind that the video or motion generator costs 25 coins. So that's a very big price to pay. So be careful when using motion if you're trying to manage your tokens. So over here, it might take a while, maybe a minute or two. It's a video, so it's not the same as your images over here. So it's going to take a while. Now, while waiting for this, since it's going to take a while, let me tell you a tip or trick that I like using in Leonardo. But anyway, as you can see, this is our cat over here. We can play it, and let's see the movement. As you can see, our cat is moving, and it's like alive, and there's some movements. Of course, motion will work better on certain images. So let's explore in the homepage over here while I continue what I was saying earlier, that one of my good tips in using Leonardo is that you look through the different community page and look for a style that you want. For example, if you really like this style over here. So what you could do is that you could copy the prompt like this one. You could copy it, and then you could use this prompt and generate it as yourself as well, and modify some parts to accommodate the one that you want or the output that you want. So for example, this one, we're going to change it to ethereal visual of DNA strands into Ruben. So let's change the DNA to virus, gene, strand, and generate. So that is one of the fun thing that I do with Leonardo if I find or see a really great generated output. I would like to try and replicate it, but with the main topic as I want, or the main topic that I want. So for example, this image over here, instead of a girl as the main topic, maybe I want a cat as the main topic. So I could change certain parts of the prompts to do that. But anyway, let's continue with our motion over here. So find a really great image that you think would be great with motion. For example, this one. This one looks really great over here. Let's do image to motion. So basically, we will generate a motion video with this output. So view generation. There we go. And basically, this is our version as well of our virus gene, but with the style that we wanted earlier. So let's view that again. Let's go back. This one was the style that we wanted, and the topic that we wanted was virus. And this is the version for the virus, which is really great. So while waiting for our motion, let's try something else with one or with the different options over here. So let's look for a really cool one that we could do the same process that we did. Maybe this one over here. I'm going to copy the prompt. Now, there are multiple things that you could copy. If you want to have an exact replica but with a different topic, you should copy the different settings as well, like the resolution, the pipeline, the seed, the preset, the photoreal, and other things. But unfortunately, some other videos or other photos, you can't really replicate one-to-one because they are using some features that are available for premium. So we're here, let's paste this over here, and let's change it instead of a black woman age, let's say different. Let's say I'm old Asian man or woman. Fun generate. And this is our video, by the way, as you can see. You have motion available and present. Sometimes the complexity of the image can be super simple as panning like this, or can be as super complicated as running or moving water. So I would like to be able to at least generate once a moving effect with the motion so that we could see the potential of our motion over here. So I guess we could maybe go with this one. This one looks really cool as well. And since our token is running out, let's use this one over here. And over here, this is our generation for our water as well. As you can see, very realistic, very cool looking. And compare it with our original photo earlier, I'd say that we were able to successfully at least still replicate the style that we wanted to a certain extent, as you can see, compared to this one. Of course, there's a lot of differences, but also there's a lot of similarities. Of course, this one is significantly a better image because they are using features or settings that are for premium versions. Anyway, where did our video go? Let me try and refresh this so that we can view our video image generated. This is our image or view over here. And as you can see, this time the motion did the job that I wanted it to do. It's showing you the flow, it's showing you the interaction of the different elements, and it looks really cool. And you could see it actually moving. So you would think that this is a video rather than a photo. So that's a really great feature for that. Now, since I only have 9 tokens left, let us go back on the homepage and discuss other things that we have over here. For the universal upscaler, this is specifically for improving the design or the image quality. So if we add an image over here, maybe for our generation, I would like to enhance this image over here. This one looks cool. So confirm. And you will be able to upscale it into a higher quality image with higher resolution and definition, when you could see a lot more details than normal. But as you can see, I don't have enough tokens to upscale this. We need 30 tokens over here. There's a lot more settings over here that you could change around. There's a different style for upscaling as well. There's 2D and illustration, cinematic and CG art, and remastered. So different upscaling style will change the appearance of your output. Although this one is currently in beta, it's not going to be as perfect as we want it to be because they're just going to be trying it out yet. So that's basically all the different features that we wanted to demonstrate in today's video. We wanted to show the real-time generation, but this is something a premium should be able to use. But I guess we could try it out over here. I think we could use it still over here. So let's try it out. A cat running through the roof. Oh, there we go. We could actually use it as a normal user. And as you can see, the output is automatically generated. Although, since it is being rushed, it's not going to be as perfect as we want. You can also control the style over here, as you can see. So let's generate something else over here. So let's say bird, a flame, light, as you can see. So I guess we could turn it into a phoenix flying. There we go. So the more modification you've done over here, the more it will change, as you can see. My tune and anime is high over here. So I guess we could hide the kid illustration. We'll turn it into a kid illustration. Maybe increase the coloring book. And there we go, it will change. You could use this AI to generate your own coloring books if you want. So we could settle with a really high tune and anime and folk art illustration. There we go. So if you want to have a sweet spot, you could look for that as well. But anyway, You could change the seed over here if you want. You could change a random seed. You could have the different styles over here if you prefer. And you could even have a creative upscale, which will basically upscale the image that you have generated. So if you view our personal feed, we will be able to see our refined photo that we have just generated in our real-time generator over here. And there we go, as you can see. So I've been using Leonardo AI for a while. I have a lot of generations over here. I've been using it for all sorts of videos, all sorts of generation. So I know I've tried and tested all of its functionalities, all of its capabilities, and I know it is really amazing. Of course, there will be some times where it's going to fail, the generations are a bit funky, the AI is not working the way we want it to be. But of course, you can't expect a software to be perfect, especially if a lot of people are using it at the same time. You can explore and even use this as a reference for your art if you want, generate some random things, have fun with it, see what type of image you will be able to generate with your creativity, with your prop generation, and many, many more. Now, since we're done with most of the things that I wanted to talk about in Leonardo, let's go check out the different plans that you will be able to have in Leonardo. There are a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 plans. Technically 4 because team plans are still ongoing and coming soon. So you won't have that yet, just not now. But anyway, over here, we're currently using the free version or the free plan. So we have 150 fast tokens, which we already used up today in our video. And there's a lot of list over here that you are not able to have. There's a lot of things that you are not available and you are not a privilege of using. But over here, you have apprentice, artisan, and maestro over here to choose from, and all of them has features that are unlocked. For example, on the apprentice version, you will have a whopping 8,500 fast tokens. That's way, way more than 150 tokens. So you will be able to play around with Leonardo and generate different images for a really long time. Although there is still parts that you can't access, like there's no concurrency, no relaxed rate image generation, no relaxed rate video generation, and no relaxed rate upscale. But you will be able to get those as you upgrade your plan more and more. As you can see here, on the artisan, there will be 25,000 instead of 8,500. And there's also a limited relaxed image generation. So the better your plan is, of course, the better your experience will be, the better the different available things for you will be. And for the yearly, they have a 20% off on the yearly if you plan to get a subscription for a yearly payment. So for yearly, you will pay $10 a month for the entire year, $24 a month for the artisan, and maestro, you will pay $48 per month. And for the monthly version, if you don't want to pay yearly, you will pay $12, $30, and $60. So those are the different plans available in our Leonardo as well. There's a lot of features. There's a lot more things that are hidden in Leonardo that we might not have been able to tackle, like the different secret to the settings over here, like how much prop magic should you use, what type of settings should you do, should you enable this, should you enable that. So there's a lot more things that you will be able to do. There's also even prop generation over here if you want to have some prop generated for you if you're having a hard time. So let's say a dog being friends with a cat. And click on ideate. And basically, it will also help you with your prop generation. As you can see, instead of a very simple a dog playing with a cat, you could have a regal husky and a mischievous tabby cat exploring a magical forest together. So there's a lot of amazing different capabilities that you could combine and have together, and it will really help you with generating the outputs that you want. But of course, these are all optional. If you want to use this, it's completely up to you. But for me, I prefer sticking to my prompts. It's super simple, but nonetheless, Leonardo AI is still able to generate amazing results with it. So that's basically it, guys. If you enjoyed this very long video that we have with Leonardo, consider leaving a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.